Hey traders, checking in on the cryptocurrency space. So a big sigh of relief in the broader market overall with a big green day and bulls proving it with breaking short-term resistance levels. For me, that was a go signal to buy some crypto. I'll show you what I did and why it was a signal. So looking at SPY, we had the daily higher low and higher high. We had the NASDAQ leading the way, doing it first with that bull break. These are the highest prices we've seen in over a week. And in my opinion, it is Apple, the most important single stock in the market because of the weight of the tech sector and the ETF weighting and the weight that Apple has in the NASDAQ and in SPY. Apple is the most important name, and the bullish reaction to earnings that Apple had on Friday changed sentiment like that. And keep in mind that big money playing this game for a living loves to make it go from FOMO to fear with complete dumps out of nowhere, and from fear to FOMO, V-shaped bounces as fast as possible. That's where they make the most of their money, taking advantage of the emotions of the herd and of those who don't have experience. So we have a day like today where the bull signal was the resistance break, and since then, the bulls have not looked back. It's just been a slow grind up, and there hasn't been any really great risk to reward entries for bulls today. You almost have to chase a little bit to get a position at this point. But a big sigh of relief and fear significantly being alleviated. So I was live streaming. We did the public live stream this morning on our YouTube channel just to show how we do things every day. And at that point in time, after QQQ broke 356.88, I went right over to crypto. I saw that crypto was a laggard. It was not reacting extremely bullish. It was reacting, but we still had not broken daily resistance yet, and Bitcoin still has not. But I use the stock market as a signal to enter a position. And Ethereum, really the only thing I did is I say, okay, fear is alleviating from the stock market. Bulls are proving themselves. I want more crypto exposure. So I went to the 12-hour time frame for Ethereum. I said, okay, 12-hour support is 24.78. I'm going to enter a position size where stopping out under that level makes sense in terms of risk or reward. And I just bought. I just market bought, and that was that. And in hindsight now, some people are asking me, hey, Dan, what made you buy right under resistance? We had a double, triple top here, 2642, and I bought at 2600. Why would I buy there? Because again, the stock market. The stock market was the 80% of the reason that I made that buy. The second reason was I was just reloading the swing position that I sold on the FOMC day. Remember, I sold up at 2700, so I was reloading that position just $100 cheaper. And the third reason was just having a clear 12-hour support level to be going off of. So for me, that was enough to just jump right in, because fear is contagious and FOMO is contagious. And if the broader stock market is saying, okay, we're not really worried about much anymore in the short term, then that confidence seeps out everywhere. It seeps out into the highest risk, highest reward places. The MJ sector, which has been getting crushed for 7 months, I'm looking at them now up 9%, 6%, 8%. So the MJ sector was showing a ton of strength. And again, I use that as a reason to jump in to crypto. What is one thing, and again, I'm going back to stocks because more and more people are realizing that stocks are dictating everything in the crypto space right now. But the only way that bears can regain significant fear is confirming a weekly downtrend on SPY and QQQ. We are going to anticipate a weekly lower high as the result of this bounce, but the question is, what is the retracement going to be? Is it going to be bear flag retracement, which we're testing right now, 382, or is it going to be 50% plus retracement that creates the space for the weekly higher low? If you are trading cryptocurrency, it's extremely important that you're watching that, because again, if we see a temporary bottom set and the bulls just do their grind higher over the next month and make their way back up towards the recent highs, we will be looking at crypto names very likely setting monthly higher lows. And that is one of the reasons that I was entering other names, Mana. So I am now all out of Mana. I sold some in the 250s, sold some in the 260s, and congrats to the bulls. It's just been an absolute big time winner off the lows. Daily oversold conditions. It's a back burner. First daily oversold, looking for a monthly higher low. That sure looks like a monthly bullish reversal candle, doesn't it? Well, it's going to close today, and we got a long lower wick to work with. Bulls still have a lot of proving to do on the weekly time frame, but again, a lot of these names are scouting monthly higher lows, and as soon as fear is gone from the broader market, the bulls in crypto are going to be a lot more confident looking for those higher lows. Got to give a big shout out again to the Trader Pro alert system for nailing that long-term entry. The first time it's ever fired off a daily super stack oversold alert, and it just smashed that bottom. The signal was right around 180s, upper 180s. So definitely a big pat on the back to Toby and the team who programmed my technicals into automated alerts. Definitely proud of that. So other than that, Luna, first daily oversold conditions from all-time highs. And here we are bouncing. Luna was a lot weaker than peers. It was a 4-hour falling wedge, and that falling wedge has broken bull. We do still need to confirm the 4-hour trend change with a higher low and higher high, but there's space now for that 4-hour trend change. Then we zoom out and we'll scout a daily lower high. But my point is, it's interesting because, you know, we get so used to these back burner bounces on the 5-minute time frame when we're in a strong bull market, on the hourly time frame when we're in a strong bull market. But buying it on the daily time frame, it's a much different market environment, because to get to daily oversold, you have to be seeing fear. You don't have to be seeing fear for 5-minute and for hourly to get oversold. Those are healthy consolidation that takes place in an uptrend. But it's different on the daily, which is healthy consolidation that takes place in a monthly uptrend. But again, it's a lot harder to step in front of the speeding bear train and buy first daily oversold conditions from all-time highs. But the majority of names that are doing so in the crypto space, that was a real good entry. Now the question will remain, is that a good long-term entry? But the bounces are significant enough at this point to sell at least partial and let it play out. So I'm back to all cash in Mana and left a little bit on the table. But again, 30% gains in a week. I'm going to lock that in every single time. I'll be interested in perhaps 2-day consolidation, scouting a 2-day higher low from here, and then using that low as a stop for a longer term swing entry. Now that I have a lot of profit cushion to work with from that bounce, we're all over the place here. But Bitcoin bulls still have proving to do. We got to break 38.7 and 39. And the high of today is 38.8. So we got to break 39,000 for a clear higher high, and it would be the first time getting over daily EMA 12, hopefully convincingly, but in over a month. So hourly has a bunch of space for the hourly higher low. 4 hours got space for the higher low. We just got to get over 39,000. Then it's 39.3 and then 40 psychological. And again, we're going to be scouting a weekly lower high here in Bitcoin and a lot of altcoins, just like we are in SPY and QQQ, but watching very closely to see how significant this weekly bounce is going to be. What is the retracement size going to be? So Ethereum, at this point, a lot of space for the hourly higher low. Target, honestly, I haven't thought that far ahead, but I'll scout a weekly lower high, probably somewhere under 3,000 for sure. But it's just a question of how long can bulls maintain 4-hour higher lows. Next time we set another 4-hour higher low, anything above 24.78, I'll just walk up my stop with that level. And key resistance that needs to break is 27.24, which we are testing right now. Again, we then zoom out and we'll just be scouting a weekly lower high to be the result of this bounce. We will need weekly trend changes if confident monthly higher lows are going to be set. ETH BTC had a 12-hour bull flag, broke a couple resistance levels. And again, we're going to look for a weekly lower high on ETH BTC. So Mana, bulls are keeping complete control. There's definitely still strength here. Left some money on the table, but again, that's A-okay. I will not go broke. Again, the mistakes that I make are leaving money on the table, not giving profit back. And after the solid win, I will happily lock that in. So plenty of space for an hourly higher low, potential 5-minute oversold back burner to look for an hourly higher low next consolidation, and the next major resistance levels 289, 290, 293, 320. So very significant bounce off the lows. Sand has been strong as well, but it looks like Mana is catching up a bit. Sand / Mana lets us compare who's stronger, who's weaker. And Mana over the last bunch of days is significantly, no, that's market cap. It's not giving me what I want to see. Not the right measurement. But clearly today, Mana with a significant leg up and Sand nowhere near as strong today. They take turns, they trade off as to who's the lead bull. So we got Luna. Luna BTC needs the 4-hour trend change as well, same as the US dollar pairing. It's the potential of a 4-hour inverse head and shoulders. So both pairings must confirm the 4-hour trend change for bounce follow through. FTT has been a lead bouncer. Anything under $50, I'm on the 2-day time frame right now, just to condense it down a little bit because the daily chart is not clear. Is this a daily trend change? Those are showing me higher lows on the 12-hour time frame, but it's not a significant pivot on the daily charts. So I'm on the 2-day for clarity, and I'm just viewing this as a top at 50, a bottom at 31.18, and anything under 40 or anything under 50 is just a lower high. So I am watching for a tightening range, and then bulls will be looking for an entry on a 2-day higher low. In a lot of places, we're going to be scouting entries on 2-day higher lows in the cryptocurrency space. FTT, solid bounce winner. So what about the bears? US dollar or BTC pairing on FTT, stronger than the US dollar pairing. It's testing its recent high, while the US dollar pairing is still 15% plus away. So what about bears? Again, at this point, bears are looking for a number of things. Number one, a news headline that would derail the stock market bulls, which would be a Russia invasion or something along those lines. Number two, weekly lower highs. So it requires patience because there's a lot of space for those weekly lower highs to form. There's still a top fish play, on Bitcoin. If we reject from 39,000, it's a clear rejection, but bulls will have favor, in my opinion, in the short term, as long as the broader stock market does, which it still certainly does. So there will be bear trades for sure once these bulls tire themselves out and scout those weekly lower highs. And again, we have a great mix in the cryptocurrency space right now where there are names that are just so much clearly stronger than others. This is the bounce the last few days on FTT. Look at AXS. It's a 12-hour equilibrium. There's still a ton of 12-hour equilibriums out there. AXS is one, trying to set a 12-hour higher low. Theta is a 12-hour downtrend at the moment. Link, XRP, 12-hour downtrend. Litecoin, 12-hour equilibrium. ADA, 12-hour equilibrium. SHIB, Doge, 12-hour equilibriums. Matic, 12-hour equilibrium. AVAX, 12-hour equilibrium. You get the idea. Significant amount of 12-hour equilibrium still out there. And if we reject from those resistances, those are some potential top fishing plays for bears. But anybody that's in a 12-hour equilibrium is obviously a laggard right now, clearly weaker than names that are breaking bullish. But again, a great sign to have just cryptocurrency names doing all kinds of different things. It's very boring when everything's doing the same thing. But we've got clear bulls, clear bears, and we are doing the same thing as the broader stock market, but that's the way it goes with large market cap and institutions getting involved and all that jazz. One more thing, our stocks. So crypto stocks, MARA, double bottom to the penny. We had a double bottom at 1943, and we are currently up almost 20% from that level. We are up 20%, and it's all about 24.22. So again, if we're looking for clues in the crypto space, this is one place to look. Bulls really want to break that level. And again, SPY and QQQ already broke the high of January 26, but we're watching MARA. Riot is testing it right now. Coin coming up to that resistance level. So bulls do still have some proving to do in these more volatile crypto stocks. So bulls getting a short-term win, but Bitcoin, Ethereum still have to prove it with follow through over the recent daily resistance levels. And again, that just means we zoom out and scout a weekly lower high with tons of space for those weekly lower highs to form. And the most important aspect is bulls maintaining daily higher lows, because if daily higher lows are lost, the weekly lower high is potentially shaping up. Hope you're well. Hope you had a good weekend. Don't forget to do good things, and we will see you soon. So we're going to do some more adventure time here. Not going to have plant updates until late April, early May, when things really get going. And those bugs are on their way, so I'll keep you posted on the praying mantis eggs, which will be exciting. So we're leaving Costa Rica, which was wonderful. This was from the first chat room that we ran when I was trading in Costa Rica. And this is when the top was hit on the Euphoria USMJ penny stock boom. And this is my partner, current partner, Jason, business partner, made this up. Thought that was funny. Then I went back to Charlotte for Drumstrong. Drumstrong is a cancer organization, a charity that I've been working with for, I think this will be the 10th year, going in about a month from now back. This is their 13th year, my 10th year It's put on by my college roommate and his father, who are cancer survivors, and it is just a really good time raising awareness, raising funds for charity. And we have a big old drum circle, usually a couple hundred people big. We used to drum for like 36 hours straight, which got pretty absurd because we do it an hour more every year. So we cut that down a little bit, but it's cool because we do these live streams where there's Drum Strong Sydney and Drum Strong Japan, and they do live streams and we drum together from across the world at the same time. And just a lot of good people, a lot of good music, and a really good, fun time. From there, I followed a woman out to, what's it called? Kings Beach on Lake Tahoe. So, followed a woman out to Lake Tahoe, and about 2 weeks after getting there, she decided she didn't want to do it. So, that was my college sweetheart. And that was all right. So, I didn't know anybody out there at that point, so I was just trading. Every day I'd trade, and then I'd go on adventures. And then I realized I don't really know anybody out here, and the reason why I'm out here is not really there anymore, so I only stayed for a few months, but it was mind-blowing. It was way cooler than I thought it would be, just in terms of mind-blowing nature and great hikes everywhere. So many great hikes to go on. So had a good time and explored it while I was there, and would certainly recommend visiting Lake Tahoe, and I will certainly be going back. More hot springs close to the side of the road, and waterfalls of hot water. So California is where it's at. Look at that selfie. That's level 10 selfie. That's me holding a flower pot, but the flower pot's my phone, and it's a shadow, and the flower is real. Pretty good. So we'll check back in tomorrow, and I'll see you then.